Good afternoon. My name is Eduard Kichigin. I'm a landscape architect. I've worked on various architectural and landscape projects and concepts almost all over the world. Since 2015, I've been working and practicing at Gabriele Filippini and Olga Moskvina's landscape architecture studio in Italy, and I'm one of the curators of the International Architectural Graphics Competition, currently taking place at NGASU Sibstrin. Architectural graphics and project sketching are a very practical skill set that is absolutely essential for a designer. You can instantly, literally in a couple of minutes, create a sketch, a visual expression of your design idea, and then immediately, during a discussion with the participants, visually demonstrate it. Moreover, with the development of neural networks, this simple napkin sketch can now be instantly transformed into a high-quality photorealistic render, not some abstract neural network image. Since it's based on your sketch, it's a rendering of your project idea, bypassing the lengthy and labor-intensive 3D modeling stage. This means sketching has become even more relevant than before. This competition began in 2020, when NGASU Sibstrin students began using architectural graphics techniques to present their drawings as part of their course project, Washing Architectural Monuments. This ultimately resulted in the first exhibition. It featured 28 works, most of which were dedicated to Italian architecture. While working on these graphic sheets, the students began to become familiar with my sketching technique. I have a huge number of video tutorials on how to apply quick drawing techniques to a design task. The second similar exhibition consisted of a dozen works, and the third exhibition featured large formats, large-scale presentations of their work using the graphic language of their project ideas. Then the first student art competition was held. Then came the next exhibition. The students' graphic works included various formats, including 1 meter by 2. This work, for example, is 12x2, so you can imagine the scale. This exhibition was held as part of the celebration of the 95th anniversary of NGASU Sibstrin University. During the festivities, a second competition was held, for which I flew from St. Petersburg to Novosibirsk. I gave a large masterclass on sketching and quick drawing, in which both the students and I drew on a huge format, 1.5 meters wide and 5 meters long. There was also a large open lecture for students of all specializations, in which I spoke about conceptual design, the design approach I learned while working in an Italian studio, which, in turn, works on projects all over the world. In my view, sketching is a tool that quickly and effectively allows me to solve design problems in accordance with the design approach I use, and which allows me to work on projects in completely different corners of our beautiful planet. Incidentally, both years the competition saw active participation from students from Omsk and the Chau-Omsk region. It became clear that there was interest in the competition at other universities as well. Applications for the third competition are open to applications from anywhere in the world. All the competition requirements are detailed on the Agorotograph website. All the links will be below this video, and all the information will be on that website. Go ahead and register. But I want to address a few important points. A competition entry, as I see it, for example, as the curator of this competition, is not just a pretty picture. It is an informative and comprehensive architectural presentation. That is, its beauty should stem from the design logic. If it's just a pretty visualization, there's little point. A neural network can do it better, and an architect designer isn't needed, and an artist can do it better. The contestant's task is to create a beautiful design idea and, using graphics, present it beautifully, effectively, clearly, informatively, logically, educationally, manipulatively, and decisively on a graphic sheet. That is, it should most likely include infographic elements, text describing the features of your design idea, and necessary views, plans, and sections that illustrate your design idea. Your concept should be fully understood. It's as if you were condensing your project presentations onto one large, beautiful sheet. There are no restrictions on materials or techniques. To ensure your work on the sheet is as effective as possible, I suggest first gathering as much information as possible about your project, extracting everything you can: plans, sections, facades, environments, details, interesting facts, text, and types of changes over time. You can make printouts so you can lay them out across the space of the future work while composing your sheet. For example, creating a preliminary presentation logic and making notes. It's a good idea to create storyboards for your future work on a 2 and a 3 formats. If you think about your work in this way, the larger the format, the more convenient it is to work with. I would roughly aim for a 1.5 meters by 12 meters format, like the Vatican layout sketch behind me, and use thick 200 GSM rolled watercolor paper. It looks incredibly impressive and is a pleasure to work with. The competition runs from February 1st to April 25th. Please don't delay sending your entries so they arrive early and can be framed for display. Information on packaging and shipping is available on the website. The topics offered are for your work and research, but you can also choose another, such as an architectural monument, especially if your city boasts interesting and impressive architectural buildings. The goal of the Agrotograph Architectural Graphics Competition is to restore and re-establish an analytical, research-based approach to studying the environment in which design takes place. This is a unique type of research for architects and designers, conducted with pen or pencil. It involves creating graphic notes during the analysis process for the deepest possible immersion and practical study of architectural heritage. We encourage all students from architecture schools, construction and engineering colleges, and young professionals to participate in the competition, which will enhance their fundamental architectural competencies, enable them to reason logically, formulate their thoughts, and be able to quickly convey their ideas in classical graphic form using sketches. Visit the websites and participate. The competition curators are Eduard Kichigin, Anna Novolodkaya, and Yaroslava Zinovieva. We look forward to seeing you at the competition.